Political Science, Chapter 2, Indian Foreign Policy. Just like a human cannot live alone, same way even a country cannot live in isolation. Hence, every country needs its foreign policy to regulate its interaction with other countries. Out of 200 countries in the world, there are very few powerful countries and most of them are weak. According to experts, every country must have its own foreign policy. A sovereign country is the one which is not under the control of any other country for internal or external issues. It is important point to note that India had its own foreign policy even before independence and after independence. India got republic in 1947. As an independent country, it wanted to maintain a peaceful relationship with other countries. The major aims of Indian foreign policies are national security, spreading the culture of our country to other countries, enriching our Indian economy, increasing the number of friendly countries and checking the power of enemy countries, achieving world peace and coexistence. Now let us see the basic aspects of Indian foreign policy. First, Panchashila principle. Although every country has its own economical, social and political system, but still it wanted to maintain a good relationship with other countries. So, in 1954, India and China adopted Panchashila principle. Jawaharlal Nehru and Chou En-lai were leading the countries at that time. Let us see the rules of Panchashila principle. First, respecting each other's sovereignty and regional interests. Non-invasion of each other. Non-interference of each other in their internal issues. Mutual cooperation and respect. Peaceful coexistence. The second one is non-aligned movement. The world was divided into two powerful blocs after Second World War. Democratic countries were led by USA and communist countries were under the control of USSR. USSR stands for Union of Soviet Socialist Republic, also known as Soviet Union. In those days, India was following the policy of being non-aligned. It got successful in maintaining good relationship with both the blocs. Hence, it got financial assistance from USA and military aids from USSR. The credit of creating independent policy of being non-aligned goes to India. In 1965 and 1971, a war between India and Pakistan was guided by this policy. And later on, Atal Bihari Vajpayee decided to get reforms in our foreign policy to maintain a good relationship between India and Pakistan as well. The next aspect is anti-imperialism. The foreign policy of India opposes imperialism. Imperialism is nothing but an attempt by a sovereign country to overtake another sovereign country with the motive of achieving some personal gain. Another concept is anti-apartheid. Apartheid is nothing but an attempt by a race or people of one skin color to subjugate another race or people of another skin color for motive of achieving supremacy. The foreign policy of India declared that no country in the world should practice this. The another aspect is disarmament. Disarmament is a process of elimination of arms step by step from one country. There is an increased competition of purchase, sale and collection of arms among the countries. Many countries are worried that massive scale of arms could lead to Third World War. India, being a peace and loving country, had always aimed at reducing the number of arms in a country. Since the rule of Nehru, India has followed the policy of disarmament. Although it is not practically possible because each and every country requires some arms for its protection, but still, we can make an attempt to reduce the number of arms in a country. Indian Constitution, Article 51, advocates about foreign policy, which says about international peace and cooperation. Moreover, India is one of the major countries of UNO. So students, here ends our chapter. Hope it was interesting. For the next chapter, keep watching Succeed e-learning app.